Hemp is simply a term used for high-growing varieties of the cannabis plant and its products. Industrially, hemp is used for fiber, oil, and seed and made into hemp oil, wax, resin, cloth, pulp, paper, fuel, seed foods, and rope. People commonly mistake hemp for marijuana, and although derived from the same plant, have different levels of tetrahydrocannabinol, which is THC. Legality of this plant varies all over the world and from state to state within the United States. With all of that being said, why is it so illegal in some states if used for the right reasons? I believe hemp to be a very useful, natural product that should be legal in all states within the United States, and these are the reasons. 1. Hemp seeds are healthy. 2. Hemp can be used as a natural alternative. And 3. Hemp is environmentally friendly. Hemp seed is actually good for you. They are high in protein and provide 73% of the daily value in a 100-gram serving. They are considered a complete protein because they contain all 8 amino acids as required. Most proteins taken in through red meat and dairy products are hard for the body to break down, but in hemp seeds, they contain globular proteins, edesin and albumin. These proteins are easily dissolved to make them readily accessible for the body to use. Proteins aren't the only healthy points, but hemp seeds contain dietary minerals, magnesium, zinc, iron, and dietary fiber to aid in weight loss. Other health help they provide is omega-3s and omega-6s. These are essential fatty acids that help reduce heart attacks, cardiovascular problems, atherosclerosis, certain types of cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Hemp fiber has been used throughout history for multiple things. During the sailing age, it was used for rope, although it did have to be tarred to protect the rope from breaking. Pure hemp has a similar texture to linen, therefore has been used in the making of clothing. Not only is it used for that, but it's been used for building materials such as hempcrete. Hempcrete was first used in 1986 by a man named Charles Rossetti in the renovation of Mansion de la Turque. It's also been used to make plastic and composite materials, such as being mixed with other materials to make automobile panels, and has been used to make sink basins. Paper is a big one. It's been used for as far back as 2,000 years for paper. Clothes, rags, and fishing nets were used as inputs in paper production. In 1916, two Department of Agricultural scientists created paper from hemp pulp and came to the conclusion that it was favorable over paper made from pulp wood. It's also been used in animal bedding. Instead of the typical cedar chips or shavings, it's been used in the animal bedding for even horses or as small of animals as mice. It can also be used for fuel. It can be made into biodiesel and alcohol fuel from its oils and hemp seeds and stalks. These must be filtered, but could provide an alternative for producing fuel instead of the typical oil and gas drilling that we have today. Hemp is environmentally friendly. Cultivating it, you would plant it in the northern hemisphere anywhere from March to May, and it matures anywhere from 3 to 4 months. Selective breeding of this plant has resulted in different varieties and can produce strains that would not make it a good recreational drug material. There are 26 varieties of this hemp with low THC levels, certified by the European Union. Hemp contains below 0.3%, while recreational cannabis contains 2 to over 20% THC. This should be harvested and desiccated toward the end of the flowering period. Location and crop rotation. Hemp should be planted in deep, humus-rich, nutrient-rich soil with controlled water flow. Hemp can withstand frost down to -5 degrees and can germinate anywhere to 1 to 3 degrees or as low as 1 to 3 degrees. Hemp benefits crops grown in the same place after it. Generally grown before winter cereals, advantageous changes are high weed suppression and soil loosening. And it can be grown in the same field in the same place for several years in a row. Because of all this, hemp is a very useful product. It can be genetically altered to avoid the psychological effects of the recreational form. Why have people given this very useful, environmentally friendly plant a bad reputation when it can actually do the world some good? It has a lot of good uses, from nutrition, good for the environment and soil, to building materials and other materials that it can be made for. Even the recreational form isn't always bad in medical purposes. Thank you, and I would like for everybody to give hemp a second chance.